Our first member of the Hall of Fame class of 2025 played 15 seasons from 1963 to 77.
Yes! Let's go! Yes! Yes! We did it!
You made it! You made it!
We made it!
Trey.
Yes! Yes!
Made it, boy! Let's go!
Whoa.
Made it! Oh my God, my dad would be crying.
Hey everybody, it's Chuck Garfien. Welcome back to the White Sox podcast. And we are here in Dallas, Texas, the site of the winter meetings. We're here all week long, and the week begins with big news surrounding the White Sox. Dick Allen is headed to Cooperstown. He needed 12 of 16 votes to get in. He missed by one vote the previous two times, but today he gets 13 votes. He's going to the Hall of Fame. So coming up here on the podcast, I'm going to speak with his son, Richard, who was here at the winter meetings, and we were in the room with Richard when he found out that his dad was going to the Hall of Fame. And in our interview with Richard Allen Jr., who does he call? He calls Goose Gossage, who has been pounding the table for Dick Allen to get into the Hall of Fame. So that is coming up, as well as an interview with David Fletcher, who co-wrote the Dick Allen book, Chili Dog MVP. And David's going to reveal some things here on the podcast that you're definitely going to want to hear about the induction ceremony and the actual plaque that will be going into Cooperstown with Dick Allen's name on it. All that and more on the way. From Dallas, Texas, it's the White Sox podcast. Let's do it. All right, Richard Allen Jr., what's going through your mind as your dad finally got into the Hall of Fame?
Boy, I tell you what, what goes through my mind is I didn't even play, and I know how I feel. I can't imagine how he would feel. I'm proud to be junior. I really am. It's a great feeling. I think I've had people say, "Oh, it's long overdue. It's long overdue," and I see it, and yeah, I'm just glad the day's here. I'm just that all that he did wasn't done in vain. I mean, he'd always say, "I got hit in the eye, beamed up, to go through all of that, broken leg for nothing. You know, Little Rock, Arkansas for nothing." So it was all worth it. He did it, and this day was long overdue.
What went through your mind when you heard his name on the TV that announced that he was going to Cooperstown?
What went through my mind? You're a Hall of Famer now, Dad. It's complete. That's what went through my mind. And then my son, to have him there by my side, special because they had a relationship. But my mind, you're a Hall of Famer, and the world knows it now. So that's what went through my mind, and I just holding that emotion back, you know, because I miss him. Mm-hmm. And so that my son that's the best closest I'm going to get to have someone to grab, like, you know, at that moment. So you got me.
What was he saying about the Hall of Fame before he passed? Did he care?
He cared, I think, out of the respect of the game, but you know, it was an accolade, and he didn't really care about things like that. He had we were in Baltimore, Ratcliffe double duty, in the Negro Leagues. He said, "You could play with us." And my father, we were in the lobby of the hotel, and he turned to me and he said, "You hear that?" I said, "What's that?" He said, "Say it again." And Ratcliffe said, "You could play with us." And my father turned and said to me, and he goes, "See," he said, "There's my Hall of Fame right there." He said, "I'm good." This was back in the 90s. So it was real. He was content with, if I don't get in, I don't get in. If I do, I do. He said, I had all the fun I wanted to have playing the game. So he was good with it.
How much is he and you?
Well, they say we're 100% alike. I tend to shy away from all of this, and I keep my circle small. Meeting people's great, but it's just in a small capacity. And my Uncle Hank would say, "Man, he's so much like his dad, just mannerisms." But him, we never saw it. People say, "Oh, you guys look exactly alike," and we look at each other and well, we don't think so.
What about the White Sox and your dad? What was that connection like? What were his memories about being a member of the White Sox? How important was that for his career?
I think it was big, and the big part is saving the franchise. like I was mentioning earlier about Roland Heeman pulled me aside and he said, your father put the team on his back and saved the franchise. I mean, that's a strong statement, you know, and I just feel like that changed things for him in that sense, to say, here you got one man that he said, that put the team on his back and brought fans out to the ballpark, changed his whole career. Really did.
You won an MVP there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it changed everything. He talked fondly of Chicago. I'm just sitting here thinking of all our conversations right now going through my mind. And he talked about Chicago, but love Chicago. Love Chicago. You're right. That's a good point. He changed that changed his career from the superstar status going up. Yeah.
So you guys are going to have a choice to make as a family. Does he go in as a White Sox or a Philly? Do you know what you're going to do? I heard what might happen.
I'm not sure. I am not sure, and that's a tough call. I don't know. I gotta guess let it play out.
Let it play out. Now, I was going to talk to Goose Gossage. I was going to give him a call to get his reaction, but why don't you call him and tell him that, you have your phone, you have his phone number. How about you call Goose Gossage so we'll do it together all at once?
Gotcha.
Because there's no one that wanted him to be in the Hall of Fame after the family than him. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Hello?
Hey.
How are you, buddy?
Man, good hearing your voice again. I'm feeling good.
Oh, my God.
I'm feeling real good.
Freaking unbelievable.
It is. It is.
Oh, my gosh, bless your dad and your mom.
Yeah. Everybody immediately thought of you.
Oh, my God.
I can't believe that.
Hey, I'm so happy and thrilled by your dad and just can't even comprehend it, really.
Me either. I'm still. I'm sorry.
I'll give your mom a call, too.
Oh, okay. Wow. I appreciate it, and I really can't wait to see you and shake your hand and see you two, the guys up in Cooperstown.
Hey, you live in Tampa, don't you?
Yes, I'm in Tampa.
Listen, I'll probably be down there to play some golf and hang out with some buddies down there. I'll give you a shout.
Okay, that sounds great.
I'll make sure I do, and we'll get together. And I'll be seeing you this summer for sure. And anything you need, I can help you with. Let me know, okay?
Oh, I appreciate that. I really do.
Okay, pal.
All right, thanks. I'll see you.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Man. Congrats. Awesome.
Thank you.
Goose Gossage.
Bye.
So he says one of the greatest moments of his life, baseball career, was when he went to the Cooperstown. He was inducted, and your dad surprised him. Do you know about that?
I do know about it. I remember he drove Mr. Tanner up. They all went up. They went up, and that was. He was telling me, he was like, that was such a big deal for him. He said to see him there, he was like, oh man, he said that made it all complete for him to watch him in Cooperstown when he was there. My father he kind of like slipped away like he normally does, because it's like that moment was about him. It wasn't about me, but he talks about that.
Yeah. Well, one last question: are you going to be giving a speech at the Hall of Fame?
We're working on it. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Got Dr. Fletcher on my side.
Thanks, good.
All right, well, hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. All right, with me now, David Fletcher, who co-wrote Chili Dog MVP, which is about Dick Allen. Your thoughts? I mean, you had a lot invested in this emotionally to get him into the Hall of Fame, and it happened.
I did. 20 years of my life I've worked on this. I was there with Richard Jr. in 2014, 2021. It was devastating to lose by one vote. I felt good this time. I thought we had a good campaign. We were very fortunate to get Sharon Panazza to help me with the project, and we felt we got a lot of great support from Chicago, which was really important. And the whole Chili Dog MVP book the message was Dick Allen saved a charter American League franchise from leaving Chicago, and we need another Dick Allen now, the team. So I feel great. I want to see the team I love come back, and we hope that this helps energize fans and learn more about Dick. I will definitely go on camera and tell people what Dick's intentions. He told me several times he wanted to go in as a White Sox, and I think that is demonstrated by his funeral program. He's wearing a White Sox hat. His death announcement was wearing a White Sox hat. He regrets he didn't spend the rest of his career in Chicago. He wishes he had started there. That was the first place he was really accepted. And the year he had, 1972, was one for the ages. And it's just a very special year, and especially with all the cast of characters. Goose Gossage, his rookie year, became a Hall of Famer because of Dick. And we got Nancy Faust, she starts walk-up music because of Dick, playing Jesus Christ Superstar. And I will say one thing that Doobie and I, Richard Jr. and I, have got planned for a speech is we're going to have Nancy play Jesus Christ Superstar as part of that induction speech, because it was just chilling when she played it back at Comiskey Park with no other music but that. Those pipe organs go off, and that'll say it all. So I'm very satisfied. Long time coming, but sometimes justice delayed is justice delivered. And I really feel this is an important story for baseball because of what Dick overcame with racism and what he did in Little Rock, what happened to him in Philadelphia, why he wore the batting helmet. I actually had his batting helmet to bring here. Unfortunately, my luggage didn't arrive. At least I got the batting helmet back. But I am looking forward to putting together his exhibit at Cooperstown, all sorts of stuff. And most people know I've had his Sports Illustrated cover up in my bedroom for 52 years. And every night I wanted to wish him to be in the Hall of Fame, and it finally happened. So it's wonderful. Thank you for your support, and thank you, Sox fans. I think we needed something in the off season to celebrate, and I think this is a great story.
Yeah, you're tearing up a little bit. It's an emotional experience for you.
Emotional experience, very much emotional experience. It just was that personal to me, and he was that special a player. Just the shots that he hit, the power he had, they were like golf iron shots. But what was most fascinating about him was him running the bases. Just the way he cut the bases was just tremendous. He had a lot of speed. He would have been a 50-50 guy if he wanted to be. He was that good. But what I think about the 72 season for me is just the people who came together. And obviously I'm very sad about Melton's death. Bill and Dick were incredibly tight. And when I first heard about Bill's death, I said, Dick's getting in. That was, for me, prophetic. That the cleanup hitter in the lineup is coming to heaven to be with Dick. And that's how I felt. And I really, truly believe that. They had such great stories. And the whole team was very special, what they did for Chicago with Wilbur Wood pitching 376 innings, 26% of the innings for a franchise. That'll never happen again. And just the whole cast of characters with Carlos May, and just was a very special year. We almost won the American League West. If Milty hadn't hurt his back, we would have won the World Series in '72. So a lot of Sox fans became Sox fans because of that team and that era. And it really, I saw the outpouring of emotion for Milton, and I think that'll carry on for the Hall of Fame ceremony for Dick this summer. So I'm very excited.
All right, so David Fletcher revealed some things there. How about that? That Dick Allen's going to go into the Hall of Fame with a White Sox cap. He only spent 2.5, 3 seasons with the White Sox, more with the Phillies, but there was so much love that he received in Chicago compared to Philadelphia. And yeah, his career was turned around in Chicago. Nancy Faust is going to be playing Jesus Christ Superstar for Dick in Cooperstown. That is special. And then on top of it all, what David said about Bill Melton, our friend, our colleague, the great Bill Melton. I'm thinking about you, Bill. Thinking about Bill and Dick together, and they both will be in Cooperstown, I'm sure, in spirit this summer. As for the winter meetings, our focus the rest of the week will be about, will Garrett Crochet be traded? It may not happen here, but it is certainly looking like it's going to happen. And my early reporting from Dallas is that, well, Luis Robert Jr., there could be some interest there for him. There could be some teams that match up with Luis Robert Jr. I did not think he would be traded this offseason, but I'm starting to wonder if that might be different, and I'll have much more on that coming up tomorrow. So that is a wrap here from the Winter Meetings. Big day for Dick Allen. Congratulations to his family, his friends, and all White Sox fans who grew up watching one of the greats, one of the all-time greats. And he'll be joining all of the all-time greats in Cooperstown this summer.